Countdown for a blast-off. X minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, X minus 1. Fire. From the far horizons of the unknown come transcribed tales of new dimensions in time and space. These are stories of the future, adventures in which you'll live in 1,000,000 could-be years on 1,000 maybe worlds. The National Broadcasting Company presents X minus 1. If you wanted to take over our world with a minimum amount of resistance and trouble, how would you go about it? Tonight we'll tell you how, with a strange and chilling story by George Lefferts. The Parade.
You are Mr. Sid Ryan.
The same.
My name is Luchar. I am a Martian.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. What was that again?
A Martian?
As in Orson Welles?
Precisely.
I'm a Rotarian myself. Sit down.
Thank you.
Now that we've had our little joke, Mr. Luchar, what can Publicity Associates do for you?
I am interested in obtaining publicity. It has been my observation that advertising and publicity are the very backbone of earthly civilization.
Spoken like a true Martian, Mr. Luchar. Now, if you'll tell me the name of the client.
The client, of course, will be the Martians.
You don't give up, do you?
Give up?
The gag, I mean. Oliver.
Yes, Mr. Ryan?
This is Mr. Luchar.
Oh, how do you
Mr.
do?
Luchar claims to be a Martian. Take him outside, will you, Oliver?
I am happy to see, Mr. Ryan, that my telling you I am a Martian has approximately the effect I guessed it would. I believe we can do business. I have here cash retainer of $5,000.
Oliver, take a look at that wad of lettuce.
It's the real stuff, Mr. Ryan.
And my client is prepared to spend many times that amount.
Sit down, Mr. Luchar. Oliver, get the client a cigar, the 50-cent box.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Well, now, what can I do for you, sir?
I wish you to manage a publicity campaign. A very large and important campaign.
Is the product established, or is it something brand new?
Something quite new. Now, what would you judge the most effective type of campaign?
Well, if the client has a lot of dough to throw around, a suspense campaign is best. First, you place ads in the paper saying, "Watch this space." Then, about a week later, you run an ad saying XYZ or PDQ, and you get people guessing what it means. Then, finally, when you've teased them enough, you bust loose and unveil the product.
Excellent. We will conduct a suspense campaign.
Of course, in this kind of campaign, secrecy is very important. Once the name of the product leaks out, it spreads like wildfire, and the whole campaign is kerfloppo.
Quite so, quite so. The utmost secrecy.
You realize, of course, these things cost like crazy.
Would, say, $1 million cover expense?
Come again?
I said, would $1 million cover it?
Why, yes, I am at... You did say $1 million.
I understood that you have handled some very large accounts. Of course, if this is too big...
No, not at all, not at all. As a matter of fact, I seldom touch anything less. Right, Oliver?
Huh? Oh, of course. That's right, Mr. Ryan. Absolutely right. Yes, sir.
You will begin, then, by saturating the newspapers, the radio, the streetcars with a very simple statement.
What's that?
I will write it on a card. Here you are.
The Martians are coming. Say, that's not a bad teaser. Got that, Oliver?
Yes, sir.
The next ad will read, June 1st is Martian Day.
June 1st is Martian Day.
What happens on June 1st?
The parade takes place.
What parade?
I wish you to arrange a parade up Fifth Avenue.
You mean like the Macy Parade?
Exactly. Except that the theme will be the world of tomorrow, the Martian world. My client would like it to be a gay affair. Balloons, clowns, pennants, pretty drum majorettes.
Say, that sounds terrific. I might be able to interest the department stores in a tie-in.
Fine. The parade will climax the campaign. On June 1st, the product will be unveiled.
Good enough. By the way, Mr. Luchard, just what is the product? What are we selling?
Oh, no, Mr. Ryan. Secrecy, remember?
Yeah, but after all...
Mr. Ryan, all will be revealed to you in good time. For the moment, let us say that we are selling a concept.
A concept?
The concept of invasion from Mars.
Sorrel Talent Agency.
Sammy Sorrell, please.
This is Sammy.
This is Sid Ryan over at Publicity Associates. Listen, Sammy, how you fixed for midgets?
I got midgets.
Fine, I need 40 midgets for a parade. 40. June 1st. And listen, Sammy, I want them dressed in little spacesuits.
In little...
You know, like men from Mars.
Mars.
Okay? And I want some movie extras, maybe 50 of them.
50.
Also rigged up like men from Mars. Make them look gruesome. Got that?
Gruesome.
Also, I need some horses with pretty girls on top of them. Maybe you can get that bunch from Maroney's Traveling Circus, the one we booked for the Fireman's Parade in Albany last year.
Yeah, I'll try, Sid.
Never mind the expense. Just get me the talent.
It sounds like you landed a big client there. Who is it?
It's a secret. I gotta hang now. Call me back, Sammy.
Right.
How you doing, Oliver?
Oh, fine, Mr. Ryan, just fine. I got 100 small boys pasting little stickers. The Martians are coming on the subway platforms.
Good.
We got full-page ads in all the dailies.
Good.
And 10-second spot announcements on every local station.
Good.
It's costing a fortune.
Good. The more it costs, the bigger our percentage. Spend like you were going to the electric chair, Oliver.
Yes, sir. How you making out in the parade?
If it comes off, it'll be the biggest thing since Barnum invented the midget. I've got Macy's, Gimbals, and Saks to contribute floats. Everything is built around the Martian theme, see? Even the horses will have long feelers attached to them and funny-looking extra legs. It'll be sensational.
That sounds fine, only...
Only what?
Mr. Ryan, we don't even know what we're selling.
Oliver, my boy, do you think old Sid Ryan has been sitting here spending all this moolah and not putting two and two together?
You mean you know who Luchar represents?
Just by accident, understand? I have learned that Century Pictures is making a big new epic. One of those expensive pictures they make in secret and then spring on the public because they don't want the other studios to get the jump on them.
What's the picture?
A space opera titled Invasion from Mars, get it?
Oh, I begin to see.
Also, by mere coincidence, it's supposed to have its premiere sometime around June 1st. You follow me?
Yes, but Mr. Ryan, Century has an exclusive contract with New Feature Syndicate for all their publicity.
Suppose Century Pictures doesn't like the way New Features is handling their stuff. They want to get out of the contract, but New Feature says no, so they have to get around the contract. A man named Luchar, client unknown, starts publicizing the Martian invasion. Need I go further?
I don't know, Mr. Ryan. Sounds pretty far-fetched to me, but I don't know.
That's what I like about you, Oliver. You're so innocent. Now, let me talk to Commissioner Patrick, please. Sid Ryan.
Hello.
Commish, Sid Ryan.
Oh. How are you, Ryan?
Fine.
What is it this time? You want to drop a man off the Empire State Building into a teacup full of water? The answer is no. Also, we're not arresting any fan dancers.
You know I don't handle fan dances. I want to permit for a parade. June 1st, 5th Avenue. It's a Sunday. There's no traffic.
Now, look, Ryan,
Macy's gets a permit. Gimbals gets a permit. The American Legion gets a permit. The Sons of Erin march every time Morton Downey sings the Wearing of the Green. Oh, don't give me a hard time, Patrick. This is too big. I have the 5th Avenue Merchants Association behind me.
Okay, Ryan. Fill out the forms. I'll pass them along to the license commissioner.
That's my boy.
By the way, what's the occasion for this parade?
Oh, don't you read the papers, Patrick? June 1st is Martian Day.
How is the campaign going, Mr. Ryan?
Like wildfire, Mr. Luchar, like wildfire. Everybody and his brother is going along with the gag. Yesterday, we distributed 50,000 Martian hats to school kids. I got some of the merchants doing World of Tomorrow displays in their windows. Every big novelty manufacturer in town is climbing on the bandwagon. They want to get into the parade with floats, giveaways, anything. Everybody smells a buck to be made. I wouldn't be surprised if the mayor himself declared Martian Day. I've even arranged for Commissioner Patrick to accept a $50,000 check for the Policeman's Benevolent Fund from the man from Mars. Oh, it's terrific, terrific. My blood pressure's up to 200.
Excellent.
I understand Century Pictures spent over $1 million making that space opera.
I beg pardon?
Oh, come, Mr. Lucha. Sid Ryan wasn't born yesterday, you know. I know who our client is, even if you don't admit it.
You do?
Always thinking that's me.
Well, as long as you know, let's keep it to ourselves, shall we, Mr. Ryan? As you once remarked, when these things leak out, it destroys the surprise and ruins the effectiveness of the campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ken Daly speaking to you from our portable transmitter atop the reviewing stand for the much-heralded Martian Parade on Fifth Avenue. It's a beautiful sunlit day here in New York, a perfect day for a parade, and the streets are packed with thousands of spectators all eager to find out what this is all about. There's an air of shrill expectancy. Some of the kids and their parents have been camped on the curbstone since early this morning to be sure of ringside seats when the so-called Martians pass by. I've just had word from Saul Brown up at Central Park Mall that the Martians have landed from big pink balloons. And now, while we're waiting for the arrival of the parade, we've brought some people up to our microphone to tell you their reactions to this most spectacular of all publicity stunts. That's right, come on. What's your name, madam?
Miss Ada Shackley.
A little louder, please.
Miss Ada Shackley.
Uh-huh, and where are you from, Mrs. Shackley?
Columbus, Ohio.
I see. And I see you have your family with you, too. Two little curly-headed blonde boys. Are you in New York on vacation?
We came for the Shriners Convention with their daddy.
What do you think of Martian Day, Mrs. Shackley?
Well, it all seems very strange to me, but the boys have been pestering me to watch it, so we've been standing here 2 hours. I can't make head or tail of it.
Well, neither can a lot of other people, Mrs. Shackley. But judging by the thousands here today, there's a lot of curiosity.
Curiosity killed the cat, folks say.
Well, let's hope not. Thank you, Mrs. Shackley.
Mr. Ryan's here.
Ryan, right. And this is Mr. Sid Ryan, ladies and gentlemen, the publicity man who's the brains behind the Martian Day stunt. Hello, Sid.
Good morning, Kenneth.
Easy, not so close to the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Sid, you've certainly lifted the lid this time.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Sid, there's been a great deal of speculation as to exactly what all this is leading up to. I've heard some folks say it's a big war bond drive. Others think it's just to stimulate local business. And, look, I understand in the trade itself, the smart money says you're building for the premiere of Century's forthcoming extravaganza, Invasion from Mars. Now, come clean. Can you tell us what the real story is?
Ken, I'd like to, but honestly, I can't.
Oh, man of mystery, eh? Are you going to watch the parade from the stand here?
No, Ken, I can't stand noise. I'm going up to my office and watching company.
Well, thank you, Sid Ryan, and good luck. And here they come, ladies and gentlemen. The first units of the big Martian parade, swinging down Fifth Avenue with fanfare, colored streamers, music, confetti, floats, all the trappings of a Mardi Gras. And here in the vanguard is a whole troop of little midgets in weird-looking pink and blue spacesuits, carrying Rube Goldberg weapons with signs painted on them. Let's see, I can read one which says, Atomic Blaster. Another one has a placard reading, We're Martian through Georgia. And here come the clowns, laughing and falling all over each other. They're giving free sugar candy to the kids along the way. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a happy, laughing crowd along Fifth Avenue today. A true reflection of the great sense of humor and good nature that makes America the place it is. This is promised as the climax of the show. And now a great hush has fallen over the crowd. It's quite a sight to see these thousands of people standing here expectantly, hearing only the great regular sigh of their mass breathing. And now here they come, ladies and gentlemen, the Martians, marching in booted, helmeted ranks, row after row of them. My, this is an impressive sight, ladies and gentlemen, and a rather serious contrast to the rest of the joyous slapstick parade we've witnessed. There are perhaps, 200 tall, broad-chested men dressed in metallic gray spacesuits with thick glass visors drawn across their faces. Each is holding an ominous-looking ray gun at the ready position. They're marching in absolute silence, keeping step perfectly, as though some mute, unspoken command were marking time for them. The crowd seems rather grim and serious now. Perhaps they're reminded of the actuality of war and possible invasion. They stand solemnly, silently, watching. Even the children are awed. And now the first ranks of the Martians are moving past us down Fifth Avenue toward the reviewing stands at the square. No one moves. What's that? What's happening? There, a woman, ladies and gentlemen. She dashed out into the street. For what reason, I don't know. She attempted to lift the visor of one of the Martian spacesuits, but just as she reached the Martian, she fell forward in a dead faint. I tell you, I've never felt such mass tension in a crowd as we're experiencing here right now, today. All sorts of rumors have begun filtering back through the audience. There are excited whispers of she's dead, she fainted, and now an undercurrent of, what? They're really Martians. This is an example of how a single incident can precipitate mass hysteria, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, it's a mighty reassuring sight to see the blue uniforms of New York's finest spaced every 10 feet or so along the avenue. Somehow, I can't explain it, this incident has begun to work on what was a moment ago a happy, carefree crowd, and the complexion is changing.
Did you see that? A woman fainted.
Of course I saw it.
What do you suppose she saw?
Oliver, old man, did I ever tell you you were too naive for this business?
But that young woman ran out into the streets to get a close look at the Martians, and then she screamed and fainted dead away.
I'm well aware of that, Oliver, since I paid her $50 to do it.
What?
The dramatic moment, Oliver, the stock and trade of the good publicity, man. Relax.
Holy smokes, you sure think of everything.
Yeah, for my share of this deal, roughly $100,000, I can afford to think of everything. Shut the window.
Don't you want to see the finish?
We'll go down to the reviewing stand for the finish. Right now, I want to make a phone call. By the way, where's Lucha?
I haven't seen him.
Well, he'll be around.
Boy, those Martians sure look like the real thing.
How would you know the real thing if you saw it, Oliver?
Well, gee, I don't know.
Close the window, Oliver.
Oh, yes, Mr. Ryan.
Sorrel's Talent Agency.
Sammy, this is Sid Ryan.
Say, listen, Sid, I was going to call you. I'm awful sorry about those Martians.
What do you mean, sorry? They're terrific.
No, don't joke, Sid. I mean it.
Well, I mean it, too. They're great, great.
Are you in the bag?
Never felt better.
You mean it, don't you?
Of course I mean it. What is this?
There are Martians in the parade?
About 150. Of course, I only ordered 50, but
Sid.
under the circumstances...
Sid.
Well, what is it?
Sid, don't you know? I couldn't get you a single movie extra. There's a studio strike in New York. I was going to call you, but I figured...
Wait a minute. Where'd these guys come from if you didn't hire them?
Well, I don't know. Maybe Oliver.
Oh, hold on. Oliver,
Yes, Mr. Ryan?
did you hire those Martians?
No, sir,
Sammy, this is on the level, isn't it?
Honest, Sid,
Okay, Sammy, I'll call you back.
What's the matter, Mr. Ryan?
I don't know. I just don't know. I've got to locate Lucha. What's Century Pictures number?
Mr. Ryan, this is Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Well, get me their publicity director, Marty Sanford, at home.
Oh, yes, sir. Here you are.
Thanks.
Sanford.
Marty, this is Sid Ryan.
Oh, hello, Sid. How's the big
Fine,
promotion?
fine. Listen, Marty, this is dead serious. On the level. Get it?
What's wrong?
I've got to locate Lucha.
Lou who?
Lucha, come on now, Marty. This is life and death. The guy you sent over to hire me for the invasion picture.
Invasion picture?
Invasion from Mars, the space opera.
Are you batty?
Marty.
That picture was shelved last month.
What?
Sure, back in the can. Too expensive and too fantastic. The big shots decided you can't sell a Martian invasion to the American public. And I never heard of a guy named Lou.
Mother heaven.
What is it, Mr. Ryan? You look terrible.
That's too fantastic.
What's too fantastic, Mr. Ryan? Is something wrong?
Open that window. I want another look at those Martians.
Yes, sir.
Look at them. Oliver, you were in the Army. Could 150 movie extras learn to march like that in, say, 24 hours?
Not in 24 days, Mr. Ryan.
Not a second's hesitation. Not one other step. Look at the way they carry those ray guns at the ready. The only other time I've seen troops march like that was in a film of the Nazi stormtroops marching through the streets of Paris. See those chests on them? That's pride. Sheer, arrogant pride. Look at those chins. That's contempt. Nobody could act like that.
Mr. Ryan!
Oliver, get down there. Find that woman who fainted. Her name's Gloria Montex. Get her up here. Make it fast.
Here she is, Mr. Ryan. I can't get much sense out of her.
Stay away from me.
Gloria, it's me, Sid Ryan.
Oh, don't kid me. You're a Martian.
Gloria, settle down.
No, you're wearing a mask.
Baby, it's me, Sid.
And underneath, it's awful. It's all big green eyes and those feelers like a catfish.
Baby, snap out of it. Listen, what happened down there? You ran out and screamed like I told you, but the fainting, that wasn't in the act.
Oh, go away, please. Go away.
What'd you see?
Oh, no, please. It's too awful. Please, please.
Just one question, baby. Inside that helmet, what'd you see?
You won't get anything out of her, Mr. Ryan. She needs a doctor.
Okay, Oliver, I've heard enough anyway. You take care of Gloria here. Get her a drink.
Where are you going?
To see the commissioner. We gotta stop this parade before things begin to happen.
Okay, Ryan, what's the beef?
Listen, Patrick, I don't know what it is, see, but something's wrong. You gotta stop that parade.
I suppose you'd like the riot squad. That would get you a front-page spread on every paper in town. Honest, you publicity guys give me a pay.
This may be a matter of life and death.
Oh, sure. Look, Ryan, I've got no time for your cheap publicity gags. I'm a busy man.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you I don't know where these Martians came from, who they are, anything about them. All I want you to do is stop the parade and make sure they're on the level.
Ryan, I'm wise to your tricks. Now, if you let the sergeant show you out...
You won't do it, huh? An honest citizen appeals for protection and you refuse it.
I most emphatically do. Now beat it.
All right, Patrick. I'll go right to the mayor's office. I'll have you busted flatter than a fried egg.
Go ahead. I'm sure His Honor will be glad to toss you out on that phony nickel-plated skull of yours.
You heard me, Ryan. You cannot see the mayor.
Adolf, please. This isn't a gag. I don't want publicity. All I want to do is maybe prevent something horrible from happening.
In case you don't know it, wise guy, something horrible is already happening. A couple hundred little kids are in the hospital with ptomaine poisoning from that phony Martian candy you passed out. Or didn't you know?
I didn't. We've got to stop that parade.
Sure you'd like nothing better than to start a panic now. Maybe a few hundred people would get trampled to death. Think of the newspaper space that would get you and your product.
I won't stand for this, Adolf.
You won't have to, because you're going to get out of here right now. Go on, beat it. Get out. You and your publicity stunts make me sick to my stomach.
Oliver! Oliver, where are you? Oliver! Oliver!
It is useless
What?
to scream at him, Mr. Ryan. Your friend is quite dead.
Lucha.
He wanted to run to the police with some story about a Martian invasion. I found it necessary to restrain him.
Restrain him, you stinking murderer.
Now, Mr. Ryan, collect yourself. After all our planning, it wouldn't do to have everything spoiled, now would it?
Lucha, start talking and talk fast, because when you get through, I'm going to take you apart piece by piece. What's this all about?
But surely you know, Mr. Ryan, after all, you've been publicizing it for months.
Listen, you...
Please do not interrupt. You see, before colonizing your planet, we Martians sent advanced scouts to study your habits, your weaknesses. We found that the people on Earth are predominantly conditioned by advertising and publicity, and so we conceived the idea of treating our entire invasion as a vast publicity stunt. Clever, huh? After all, Mr. Ryan, who would suspect an invader who advertised his invasion in the newspaper, invited the public to his surprise attack, and spent millions publicizing his plans?
Holy jumping catfish.
You've done very well.
Then There was no product.
Ah, but there is a product. The product is death.
What are you trying to do, Lucha?
We Martians are a humane people, Mr. Ryan. We do not like to destroy thousands where a few hundreds would suffice. In exactly 2 minutes, our troops will treat the world to a spectacle of death, which will bring the rest of your planet to its knees in horror. Nations will clamor to surrender.
Perhaps, Mr. Lucha. But not if I can help it. You...
Yes, please.
Operator, this is Mr. Ryan. Get me the field telephone on the reviewing stand of the Martian Day Parade. Hurry.
Anyone in particular?
Just hurry.
Reviewing stand, Sergeant Cassidy.
Get me Commissioner Patrick.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You'll have to talk louder.
I want Commissioner Patrick.
Oh.
Patrick!
Wait a minute. Things are quieting down. Now, what was it you wanted?
This is Ryan. I have to talk to the commissioner. It's a matter of life and death.
I'm sorry, you can't talk to him now. The chief Martian is presenting the PBA check to him. The Martians are going to fire a salute.
Listen, you got to stop him.
What?
Stop him!
I'm sorry, Mr. Ryan.
You idiot! The worst is going on!
This is the operator. I'm sorry, Mr. Ryan, you've been cut off. I can't seem to get them back.
Doesn't matter, operator. Nothing matters now.
Tonight, X-1 has brought you The Parade, an original story written by George Lefferts. Featured in the cast were Joseph Curtin as Ryan, Joe DeSantis as Luchar, Alexander Scorby as Daly, Agnes Young as the woman, Ellen Deming as Gloria, John Thomas as Oliver, Arthur Anderson as Sammy, Wendell Holmes as the Commissioner, and William Keene as Sanford. Your announcer, Don Pardo. X-1 was directed by Fred Way and is a transcribed NBC Radio Network production. Next week, the tables turn. Instead of Martians invading Earth, we bring you a tale of men invading Mars. Ray Bradbury's brilliant short story entitled Mars is Heaven. Suppose you were a member of the first rocket ship crew to land on Mars, but instead of seeing Martians, you find that you've landed in a town that looks just like home, that all your dead relatives and friends are there to greet you, so that as incredible as it may seem, you think you're really in heaven. That is, you think so, right up to the fatal moment, the moment of X-1.
Join the Abbotts on another baffling mystery tonight.
The best tobacco makes the very best smoke. Have a real cigarette, have a Camel.
Dropping by the KBLA studios in Burbank with his new book called It's All News to Me, reporter Considine gave KBLA News.
Little bitty have a 94.7 KMET. Tweedly.
I can add.
Great, because for $4 more plus tax.
Oh, I got tax in my other pocket.
You can get a second bacon double cheeseburger pizza at a participating McDonald's.
Nothing to it but it's sweet. That tune goes right through your feet. He made a hit when he played for the girls. They got the hair bob and gave him the curls. Oh, how he blew. That do-wacka-do-wacka-do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, weirdos of all ages. Good morning, and thank you for joining me. Let me turn my mic down a little bit. Am I loud? I feel like I'm a little bit loud this morning. Thank you for joining me. It is another weird day here in Joshua Tree at Elsinore Brothers Studio Network, and we're going to bring you the finest in radio entertainment. Remember, it's always time for a grateful dedication, so call now and get your free subscription. I am Michael. I'm your host, and we are going to be taking a little trip into the past. I hope you'll join me and stay with me this morning as we explore the mighty Met, California, Southern California's most finest radio station, and it only lasted a short while. We're going to go back in time, and we're going to talk about that radio station. We're also going to play some 1920s and 30s jazz music, and as well, we just might hear from Baby Snooks. So you got to stay here, because here is where the show is at. All right. This morning, we are going to start off with a little bit of Eddie Cantor, because he's one of my favorite crooners from back in the day. Cantor, one of them guys that did a lot of singing. One of my favorite guys. So let's get started here with Eddie Cantor this morning. Oh boy, what a girl. And I'll be back after this break. Of course, what I would have to do would first of all switch to that audio, because when I switch to that audio, then you can hear it. I'll be back in a flash. Oh boy, what a girl.
I've had sweeties by the score, raved a lot of times before, one of all the ones you've heard. This one is the real last word. I fell and how can't stop me now. She's got that, she's got this, can she hug, can she kiss? Oh boy, what a girl. Wants me here, wants me there, wants me near, everywhere. Oh boy, what a girl. Oh gee, other girls are far behind her. Oh gosh, hope nobody else will find her. Ain't so much what she knows, when she loves, how she goes. Oh boy, what a girl. Say she's got that, she's got this, can she hug, can she kiss? Oh boy, what a girl. Not too dumb, not too bright, not too much appetite. Oh boy, what a girl. Oh me, she's the sweetest hotsy-totsy. Oh my, I can see she knows a lotty. Very shy on the phone, but when we're all alone, oh boy, what a girl. People wonder why I smile. They can see it for a mile. How can anybody frown with my baby hanging round? I've raved before, I'll rave some more. She's got that, she's got this, can she hug, can she kiss? Oh boy, what a girl. I'll say she has got hot lips, dimpled knees, Spanish hips. Oh boy, what a girl. When she gets me warm around the collar, I would gladly give up my last dollar. Not too thin, not too fat, some of this, lots of that. Oh boy, what a girl. I'll say she is peaches, cream, and honey. Oh gosh, how that girl can spend my money. Not too slow, not too fast, just the kind that'll last. Oh boy, what a girl.
I've crossed mountains and streams, survived windstorms and monsoons to ask you this one question.
Yes, the meaning of life.
No.
Oh, you want to know the way of the universe?
No.
Oh, what? Then surely you have come to unlock the most baffling mystery of all creation.
Yes.
Why cold water faucets are always on the right?
No, great one. No, that's not it.
Well, then what?
Why has Coke changed?
My son, the answer lies within this can.
Pepsi? A can of Pepsi?
Yes, to understand why Coke has changed, you must first taste this Pepsi.
And if I drink this Pepsi, I will know.
Drink, my son, and please to make gulping sounds. This is radio.
Yeah. Oh, delicious.
Yes, and now, my son, you understand why Coke changed.
Yes, I guess Coke's not it anymore.
You bet.
Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
That will be 3 pieces of silver.
Great one. How can you put a price on wisdom?
The wisdom is free. The Pepsi you pay for.
I know it's hard getting up in the morning, but trying to navigate with your eyes closed can be dangerous. Well, don't worry. A fresh hot breakfast at McDonald's can perk you up and get you on your way. Stop in for a delicious Egg McMuffin and a cup of our steaming hot coffee to get your eyes open. Even if you got off to a sleepy start, breakfast at McDonald's will get you raring to go.
Nobody can do it.
Your breakfast is ready at McDonald's.
Like McDonald's can.
Before the break, we heard Eddie Cantor doing Oh Boy, What a Girl. Eddie Cantor was born Israel Iskowitz in New York City a long time ago. There's no official record of how old that guy was. He was orphaned at a young age and raised by his grandmother. He entered the show business as a teenager, performing in amateur shows and small vaudeville circuits before striking it big in the Ziegfeld Follies in 1917 through 1927. Well, good morning, everyone. I am your host this morning for this trip into the past, and this morning we are going to be talking about KMET 94.7, the Mighty Met. And let's start off with the birth of the Mighty Met. KMET 94.7 didn't just appear on the Southern California dial, it arrived like a spark catching dry brush, and before long, it was a wildfire of freeform rock, personality radio, and counterculture energy. In the early 1970s, Los Angeles radio was already a crowded landscape, but KMET carved out a space that felt different from the moment listeners first stumbled across it. It wasn't polished. It wasn't corporate. It wasn't trying to be anything other than alive. And that was the magic. The station began as an offshoot of Metro Media's AM property. KLASC FM was still the experimental side of the building. The place where programmers could try things that didn't fit the normal, tight playlists and rigid formats of AM radio. What KMET became was the result of a perfect storm. A handful of visionary programmers, a city full of musicians and dreamers, and a generation hungry for something that sounded like them. The early days were loose, almost chaotic. DJs had long stretches of freedom, choosing their own records, building sets like mixtapes for a friend. You could hear album cuts, deep tracks, live bootlegs, and the occasional oddball spoken word piece. Everybody remember listening to Alice's Restaurant, right? KMET brought it to you. You could hear album, then the station didn't just play music. It curated moods. It was the soundtrack of Sunset Boulevard at midnight, the hum of Topanga Canyon at dawn, the echo of a rehearsal room in Laurel Canyon where someone was tuning a 12-string guitar. It's always like that, right? And then came the voices, the personalities who turned KMET from a station into a community. Among them was B. Mitchell Reed, known to everyone simply as BMR. Reed had already made his mark on the East Coast at stations like KFWB, but KMET gave him a new canvas. His delivery was fast, was warm, and unmistakably human. He didn't sound like he was performing at you. He sounded like he was talking with you. Reed helped define the tone of the station. Smart, irreverent, plugged in, and always a little unpredictable. Other early voices added their own colors to the palette. Jim Ladd, with his smoky late-night mystique. Mary the Burner, Mary Turner, whose interviews were legendary. Paraquat Kelly, whose news reports were delivered with a rock and roll edge. Jeff Gonzer, who brought humor and a sense of camaraderie to the mornings. Together they created a station that felt like a clubhouse, a place where listeners where listeners were invited to hang out, laugh, argue, and discover new music. By the mid-1970s, KMET had become more than a radio station. It was a cultural hub. It was the place where you turned when you wanted to know what was happening in Los Angeles. Not the official version, but the real version. The version that smelled like patchouli and vinyl sleeves and the inside of a denim jacket. The version that lived in rehearsal studios, record stores, and the back rooms of clubs on the Strip. And as the decade rolled on, the Mighty Met was just getting started. All right, we are going to take a break from the Mighty Met story this morning, and we are going to talk a little bit about what's going on here on the radio. We're doing the radio, man. This is my radio show, dudes. You know, we're doing like the radio thing. So every Wednesdays, we're going to be doing the radio thing. And I am going to bring you KMET 94.7 this morning as we kind of dive into what it was like to be on the radio back in the 70s and 80s. So because we started our very first old-time radio this season with BMR, I thought that since we are going to look at a lot more of these DJs from KMET and Southern California, that we had might as well explore what KMET was and why it was so important. So we are going to be doing this all morning long, baby. Oh, yeah. It's early. I've been up for hours, though. It is 5:15 in the a.m. on the Pacific West Coast here, and I've been up for hours. It's just my insomnia keeps me awake when I get up to take a leak in the middle of the night. I'm just awake. I'm awake all the time. So I thought, you know what? What am I going to do with my insomnia? And a couple of years later, I started doing this. And there you go. We are doing grateful dedications this morning. So if you want for me to play something this morning, you know what you got to do? All you got to do is a grateful dedication. That's all you got to do. Grateful dedication. Just call now. Miriam will take your information and get it to me. And when she gets it to me, I will get on the old intraweb there and I will find that song for y'all. And we'll play a grateful dedication, man. But you gotta get it to me in the first hour. Because if you don't, I don't have time to get you the music. So you gotta do that. You gotta give me a little bit of time to gather up the resources to bring you the song. So shoot me a message through Miriam. It'll pop up on my message board here, and I will try to find that song for y'all. Other than that, I can't help you. I don't know what to do. All right. We are going to do about, I don't know, what do we got this morning? Five or six breaks here. I am required to take at least 6 breaks this morning. Corporate advises me that if I don't get enough commercial and songs in, then it ain't no radio show. So I got to do that. I got to get my songs in. See all these bottles of water here. I'm like that kid on that movie, M. Night Shyamalan, where the little girl, she's just putting bottles and cups of water, half drunk. Takes a sip and says, this one's got amoebas in it. This has got Johnny's cooties in it. That one's got a bug in it. And she just won't, right? I got water everywhere. It doesn't go to waste, though. Good morning, Dubs. My water bottles don't go to waste. I use them to fill my bong, and I also give them to the dogs. The dogs don't drink tap water in my house. Tap water causes cancer. So my dogs, they don't get tap water. They get bottled water, just like I do. And hey, if the bottled water is going to give you cancer, then we're all getting it. So there you go. All right, it is the 28th of January, 2026. We are back in time. So many roads. There you go. All right, we have our first dedication, and this dedication is going to be for who? 93. That's not in the 70s or 80s. Hello. Is this thing on? Hello. Miriam, remind the callers that the dedication, it has to be from the 70s or 80s. All right. I like that pick on the side. You mean me at the payphone at my daughter's college, the college that I went to as well out here? There you go. So I'm going to write down the dedication as soon as it comes to us from the 70s or 80s. Now let me see if I can actually even find the damn song. And I will try to look for that during the break. So let me go to a break. It's about 5:20, which means it's about time for a break. So let me go to a break and see if I can... Well, doggy, let me see if I can find this song that we're going to check out this morning. And let me go through my resources here and find out what the hell we're doing this morning. Isn't that special? Isn't that just extra special? Oh, yeah, me on the payphone, huh? That's pretty cool. Oh my God, we have payphones out here, which is pretty cool. Althea from 83. Okay, now there we go. Let me do that here. Althea, and let me see if I can find it. 1983. All right. There you go. All right, we are going to go to a commercial break, and we are going to begin this commercial break. All right. We're going to begin this commercial break with a little song, That's My Happiness, from Chester Gaylord. Chester Gaylord was known as the Whispering Serenader. He was a singer, a pianist, a radio personality, and he was active, very active, during the 1920s and 30s. He was born in Massachusetts and began as a pianist and songwriter, performing locally before entering the recording world. And this morning from Chester, we have That's My Happiness from Chester Gaylord. So let's get started with that, and when I come back, we'll see how far I've gotten on getting us that song, Althea, from 1983. All right, hold on. We will be right back after... That's not the song we want. We want this song. We want Chester Gaylord. That's what we want. All right.
Talk of happiness, real true happiness. Why, do you know what it means? Some people say that it's wealth, while others say it's health. But there's a happiness, just one happiness, that I've been longing to find. I'll paint a picture for you, just the kind I have in mind. Think of just a little town when the evening sun goes down. That's my happiness. Think of just a little bungalow where those morning glories grow. That's my happiness. Don't hesitate, don't you wait, but open that gate and walk in with me. Look around and oh, what a home, sweet home you will see. Now think of someone, if you can, saying, Daddy, here I am. That's my happiness. Now the things that I may want, why you may never want. We don't always agree. But happiness to hold is worth far more than gold. I don't want a lot. Give me just a cot in my own little home. And life will always be so sunny and just as sweet as a honeycomb. Yo-do-do, ya-da-da-da-da. You-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's my happiness. Yo-do-do, ya-da-da-da-da. You-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's my happiness. Don't hesitate, don't you wait, but open that gate and walk in with me. Now, honey, take a look around. And oh, what a home, sweet home you are gonna see. Picture just a rocking chair, someone there with snow white hair. That's my happiness.
The problem with buttons is they always fall off. Bachelors lose buttons. Children especially always lose buttons. Mothers and grandmothers still sew on buttons the old-fashioned way with needle and thread. Now get the automatic Buttoneer. Buttoneer attaches thick buttons, thin buttons, even shank buttons. Buy one for bachelors, schoolgirls, a mom, or anyone. Buttoneer, a great Christmas gift, now only $3.99.
Available at these stores.
Attention shoppers. We hope you don't mind the confusion in our health and beauty aids department, but we're adding a new department to our store to make Kmart your one-stop savings center. That's right. In a short while, you will be able to have your prescription filled by your Kmart pharmacist. In the future, remember Kmart when you need a prescription. Bring your prescriptions by and have them filled while you shop. Can you believe prescriptions filled at Kmart prices? And thank you for shopping at Kmart.
And thank you for shopping here at KEBS, Elsinore Brothers Studio Network, the finest in home listening. I'm telling you, babies, I'm having too much fun doing this radio stuff. I might have to do this 7 days a friggin' week. I wish I could come up with enough material to do this 7 days a week. That would be great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be awesome? That'd be frickin' totally goofy, man. That'd be off the chisane. What am I talking about? I don't talk like that. It's off the chain. It's off the hook, man. It's totally off the hook. I've got to go ahead and kill that sound there because I have found the grateful dedication for the day here. And all we got to do is move stuff around. All we got to do is move stuff around and we are good to go. I'm going to take this song and I'm going to dump it over here into my morning listening file. And I wasn't able to find 1983, but I found 1982 from September of 1982. So it's pretty damn close. And in the second hour of this morning's show, we are going to bring you that grateful dedication as soon as William lets me know who this is dedicated to. Is it dedicated to lost payphones? Althea, I'm trying to call you, but I can't find me a payphone, man. What the hell's a cell phone? One of those big giant bricks that they got? I saw a guy in the bar the other night. He had this giant cell phone. It looked like this, to be honest with you. I'm like, dude, this is your cell phone? Hello, operator. I'd like to spend $8,000 on a 3-minute call. Hello? Hello? Oh, my God. But we had to go from here to get to where we are now. And that's just the way it is. That's the way progress works. In order to progress, you got to get some fucked up shit. Oh my gosh, let me get that the fuck out of here, because this is freeform radio, which means I can say whatever the hell I want. All right, this one is for Bob Weir. Okay, so last week I dedicated the Me and My Uncle to Bob Weir. No, it was dedicated to Uncle Wolfman. Wolfman Jack was last week's topic. So we dedicated that song, Me and My Uncle, to Uncle Wolfman. Yeah, baby. Uncle Wolfie. Totally. All right, so we've got that song loaded up. And we're going to play that in the next hour, because that's when we do Grateful Dedications. Excellent. And this light, the Grateful Dedication line, is open till the top of this to the end of the first hour, which means that you have another 30 minutes to call in Grateful Dedications that are going to happen this morning, right? Because if you don't, I can't help you. This morning we've been talking about KMET, the mighty MET 94.7 here in Southern California. If you haven't noticed, I'm still in love with KMET. I actually bought KMET shirts for friends and mailed them out. I sent one to my brother. He's got a bright red KMET shirt. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. So listen. I just want to let you know what's going on. All right, we got a lot of new stuff happening on the show, and every morning is different. Every morning is a different time journey, a different trip into the past. So I really do hope that you'll stick with it and figure out what you can really call that number. Can you? No, you can't really. Well, it's this. You have to use your imagination here. We're in let's pretend land, okay? So that's why I used 555, because that is the Hollywood prefix for this don't fucking exist. So if you'd like, you can call that number. I know that 555 and then your area code, right? 1212. I believe that's what you call for not information. What was that number? 555-1212. It did something. I was going to use 1-800 call now, but obviously that's going to probably be in use. So I decided to just go with 555 call now because it's a fake number. And Miriam, although I love Miriam dearly, she's not real. She's in my head. She's my imagination. Sorry, Miriam. No, she's great. I love Miriam. She's my receptionist, my assistant, my anchor. She's my writer. Wonder what it goes to if you did. It goes to my butt. You dial my butt. Hey, it's a butt dial. What are you doing? I don't. In the 80s, we have no fucking clue what a butt dial is. What, did you sat on your wireless phone and butt dialed? Yeah, he sticks his wireless phone in his back pocket, and then he goes out into the yard and sits down and he butt dials his grandma. Hey, grandma, sorry, I butt dialed you. What? I butt dialed you. What? All right, so we got 3 more parts of this KMET stuff to get through this morning. So let's talk a little bit, just a little bit more about KMET this morning. If the early 70s were the spark, the late 70s were the explosion. KMET entered a period that fans still talk about with a kind of reverence. The years when the station felt untouchable, unstoppable, and completely in tune with the pulse of Southern California. The music was changing, and KMET was changing with it. Album-oriented rock was becoming the dominant force on FM radio, and KMET embraced it without losing the freeform spirit that made it special. You could hear Fleetwood Mac, Led Zeppelin, Joni Mitchell, the Eagles, Steely Dan, and Santana, but you could also hear Frank Zappa, Tom Waits, or even 10-minute live cuts from a band playing the Roxy that very night. The station walked the line between mainstream and underground with a confidence no one else could match. The DJs were at the height of their powers. Jim Ladd became the voice of the night, weaving sets together like a storyteller, creating theater of the mind with nothing but records and a microphone. Mary Turner was conducting interviews that musicians actually wanted to do, conversations that felt intimate, revealing, and real. Paraquat Kelly delivered the news with a rock journalist edge, turning headlines into narratives. Gonzer and Ace Young held down the morning with humor, warmth, and a sense of community that made the commute feel like a shared ritual. And there was Dr. Demento. Dr. Demento, the mad scientist of novelty records, comedy, songs, and bizarre audio ephemera. His Sunday night show became a cult phenomenon, a place where listeners could hear everything from Spike Jones to Weird Al Yankovic. KMET gave him a home, and in return, he gave the station a weekly burst of joyful weirdness that fit perfectly into its eclectic DNA. Let me stop and look at my comment board here. It's a comment that I don't understand. I'll continue. Concert tie-ins became a major part of the station's identity. KMET wasn't just promoting shows, it was presenting them. The Mighty Met logo appeared on posters, ticket stubs, and backstage passes. I had a KMET on the back of my Robert Plant tickets from the forum. It was awesome. The station broadcast live concerts, interviews, interviewed artists before and after the shows, gave away tickets that listeners treated like golden keys. We got golden keys to the Rolling Stones in 1978 from the Mighty Met. I'll tell you that story in a bit. Yeah. If KMET was behind a concert, you know it was going to be a great fucking big deal. The station's promotional campaigns became iconic. The Mighty Met branding, the billboards, the bumper stickers, right? Everything. They were everywhere. I see them. I watch old episodes of LA recorded shows, and there's the greatest American hero flying, almost hitting a KMET sign. I swear. The station's, yeah, there you go. The station felt omnipresent, woven into the fabric of Southern California life. You'd see the logo on VW buses, surfboards, guitar cases, and denim jackets. It wasn't just a station you listened to. It was a station you belonged to. These were the years when KMET felt like the soundtrack of the entire region, from the beaches to the mountains, from the valley to the South Bay, from Hollywood to Orange County, and over to Lake Elsinore, California, where we listened to them. The Mighty Met was the voice of a generation that believed radio could still be wild, creative, and deeply personal. Yes, KMET, the Mighty Met, my favorite station. I still listen to KMET. I still watch the DJs. I still enjoy the same music. I try to bring you that same feel with the morning show here. Just kind of keeping it loose and freeform and not really... well, I do have a script. I try not to stick to that script. When did KMET leave the airwaves? It officially left in the mid-1980s. Mid to late. And we are going to get to that in part 4. But we have to get through part 3 first. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I wish I had some coffee here this morning. I've been up since 3:30, so I gulped down my coffee an hour ago. My coffee's been gone for an hour. So there you go. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah. That's it. Did we, gosh, we played a second a second song block already this morning, didn't we? Wow. So the next song commercial break will be about halfway through the show. Of course, we do have some stuff to listen to this morning. We have some comedy. And we have some Grateful Dead to listen to, a grateful dedication here from William there. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to get to that in the next hour. All right. Before that, let's read part 3, so that the next hour we can just have fun, baby. Let's see. KMET's success wasn't just about music. It was about culture. The station became a gathering place for people who felt out of step with the mainstream. It was the home of surfers, bikers, artists, students, musicians, and anyone who wanted a station that didn't talk down to them. We had this station on all the time. Our vehicles were locked on it when we were young. Our boom boxes, we had a little line drawn with a Sharpie where KMET was, and just whoosh, 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 right to that little hash mark there on the dial. The DJs were more than announcers. They were characters in an ongoing story. They shared their opinions, their passions, their frustrations, and their humor. They talked about politics, movies, concerts, and the strange things happening around Los Angeles. They weren't afraid to be weird, to be vulnerable, or to be outspoken. That authenticity created a bond with listeners that felt almost familial. And it gave me what I have here. What I do here in the morning, I learned it from KMET. Specialty shows became a part of the weekly rhythm of KMET. Dr. Demento's show was the crown jewel of oddball programming. But KMET also featured blues shows, reggae hour, live in-studio performances, and themed sets that explored everything from psychedelic rock to singer-songwriters. The station wasn't afraid to take risks, and listeners rewarded that bravery with loyalty. The community engagement was legendary. KMET sponsored charity events, beach cleanups, marathons, fundraisers. They sponsored everything. They were an integral part of the Los Angeles community. The DJs showed up in person, shaking hands, signing autographs, and talking with listeners like old friends. The station felt accessible in a very modern radio, like modern radio rarely does, pardon me. And then there were the commercials, or rather the anti-commercials. KMET became known for its creative humor, humorous or sometimes downright bizarre spots. Instead of slick, corporate-sounding ads, the station aired pieces that felt like sketches, parodies, or inside jokes. It was another way that kept the station personally intact, even during the breaks. By the early 1980s, KMET had become a cultural institution. It was a kind of station people grew up with, fell in love with, drove a car across country with, and kept on in the background during some of the most important moments of their lives. It was more than radio. It was a companion. But the winds were beginning to shift. And we are going to shift into a commercial break because I feel like playing some music. And right now, we really need to play some music, man. Right? So here we go with some music. What are we going to play this? Let's play A Precious Little Thing Called Love by Ipana Troubadours. And if you're thinking Ipana toothpaste, then yes, you are correct, sir. Ipana toothpaste sponsored the Ipana Troubadours. And here we have the Ipana Troubadours giving us a little song called A Precious Little Thing Called Love. And it is, isn't it? I'll be back in a flash after this from the Ipana Troubadours.
Why does my heart miss a beat at somebody on the street? It's a precious little thing called love. Why am I content alone when I know someone will phone? It's a precious little thing called love. I see a day in June, a wedding tune, a honeymoon cruise. Friends I know who will throw some rice and old shoes. What's the one thing makes me say, heaven's just across the way. It's a precious little thing called love.
It's a winter wonderland this morning. Yep, there's your car. That big mound of snow. That one's a mailbox. Wouldn't a fresh, hot McDonald's breakfast warm you up inside and help you forget about all the ice and snow? Come on in for some fluffy hot cakes, sizzling pure pork sausage, and our own steaming hot coffee. We're right on your way. Just follow the man in the snowplow.
Nobody can do it
Your breakfast is ready at McDonald's.
like McDonald's can.
And that McDonald's commercial is dedicated to all those in a blizzard right now over there on the East Coast and throughout the United States. And it's pretty weathery out there. I might add that it's pretty cold, too. How about you? Were you out there riding around in the snowstorm, Dubs, or were you staying at home? Because I don't leave when it gets... I used to when I had a big four-wheel drive truck and it was snow. Oh, I used to love to just go whoosh, plowing down the highway in a big truck. Now, not so much. You can keep that stuff to yourself. You can keep it to you, because I don't want that. No, in a little car, snow is no fun. In a big car, oh yeah. Good stuff there, baby. Good stuff. So we are going to finish off this morning here with the KMET story. And then, in the next hour, we're going to have some more fun. We are going to talk about Fanny Bryce and Baby Snooks. Baby Snooks was one of my favorite radio shows as a kid, of course, because it starred a kid who was just a terror. So, and it starred Fanny Bryce, right? Fanny Bryce. She was a famous vaudeville comedian who broke into the movies. And she did some great movies. But most of all, she's famous for Barbra Streisand portraying her in Funny Girl. There you go. Great stuff. So let's talk some more about KMET this morning and wrap it up so we can get to the answer of the question that W posed to me earlier. When did KMET leave the airwaves? Well, we're going to answer that in this final segment. No radio station stays on top forever. And by the mid-1980s, KMET was facing pressures that would eventually lead to its downfall. The radio landscape was changing. Corporate ownership was tightening playlists. Research-driven programming was replacing the freeform ethos. Athos, kiss my ethos. New stations were emerging with slicker imaging, tighter rotations, and a more commercial sound. KMET tried to adapt, but in doing so, it lost some of the magic that made it special. The playlists became narrower. The DJs had less freedom. The station that once felt like a clubhouse began to feel more like a business. Listeners noticed, and ratings began to slip. The final blow came in 1987 when Metro Media made a decision to flip the station's format entirely. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, KMET signed off as a rock station and re-emerged as a KLSX, a classic rock station with more conservative, research-driven approach. The Mighty Met was gone. It was gone. I forgot to mention here that KLSX was after KMET switched from 94.7 The Mighty Met to 94.7 The Wave. And it became The Wave for a couple of years before it finally drifted away into KLSX. Listeners were stunned. Many felt betrayed. The station that had been part of their lives for more than a decade had vanished overnight, replaced by something that felt hollow by comparison. As for the GJs, their paths diverged. Jim Ladd continued his career at KLSX, and then he moved over to KLOS. And eventually, you can hear him on Sirius XM. Mary Turner transitioned into public service and advocacy, and she worked with the Fetty Board. That's great. The Betty Ford Clinic. Paraquat Kelly continued in the news and broadcasting until health issues forced him to step back. Jeff Gonzer moved into voiceover work and production. Dr. Demento continued his syndicated show, keeping the spirit of novelty and comedy music alive for new generations. Did you know that you can still hear Dr. Demento? Go to drdemento.com and you can sign up to listen to his broadcasts, his new broadcasts, as well as tap into his vast library of shows. So stop by drdemento.com and check him out. B. Mitchell Reed sadly passed away in 1983, before the station's final chapter, but his influence remained woven into the DNA of KMET until the very end. The Mighty Met lived on in bumper stickers, bootleg tapes, T-shirts, and the memories of millions of Southern Californians who grew up with it. Even today, people speak of KMET in a kind of awe, as if there were a place in a place rather than a station, a moment rather than a frequency. It was wild, it was human, it was imperfect, and that's why it mattered. KMET 94.7, The Mighty Met, will live on. It lives on here. It totally lives on here at KEBS Radio. We're all about KMET here. Couple of stories, right? I actually went to an ELO concert. My daughter took me to an ELO concert last summer. And at the concert, It was hilarious because at the concert, I wore this shirt. And before we even got into the arena, we were walking around outside looking at the vending and the merchandise and the snack bars and stuff. And we walked from one end outside to the other. No less than 30 comments. Hey, KMET rocks, hoo-ya, 94 points. And every time I turn around, there was somebody commenting on my shirt. When we got inside, it doubled. People just kept looking at me and my shirt, and they would point and yell, KMET, from across the arena. It was hilarious. I got up to go to the bathroom, and on my way back through the bar at the arena, a guy was wearing a KMET Rocks shirt. And I stood there staring at him. And he finally, with his drink in his hand and his cigarette, he finally noticed me because his friends had stopped and noticed me staring at him. And they realized that I was wearing the shirt before he did. And he's standing there and he's looking at his friends and he's looking at me, and then he looks at, and then he does a double take. And then he does one of these, and I'm like, my KMET brother. And we actually hugged. And I got the people there who were, and they took a picture of us. And I'll be ding dang darned if could I find a picture of that and bring it to you? It's quite possible that I could, but I dare say that I won't do that because this is radio. And what are you going to do? Look into my imagination. I'll bring it to you Friday. That's what we'll do. KMET. KMET on Friday. T-shirt Friday. There you go. There's a message for me here. KMET T-shirt Friday. You know what, Dubs? I almost wore that tracksuit this morning. My Nike tracksuit. One of these days, I just didn't feel up to it. I didn't feel like being, hey, look at me, I'm active. So I did not put it on this morning, right? Am I caught? So we got through commercial break number 3 at the top of the hour. We are going to do another commercial break because I want to play another song. I really do. And I think what we are going to do is we are going to play a commercial break and then go into a song. We'll mix it up a little. This time we'll go into a commercial break first, and then we'll follow it up with a song. And then when we come back, well, then I can talk about the song a little bit. Right? There you go. And when we take a break, it will give me the opportunity to get loaded, because that's what my father used to do. My father was a DJ. He was a DJ during the 1970s. He started at KPCC in Pasadena City College radio station, and he did that and got his chops. And then eventually he started sending out tapes to radio stations across Southern California. And he actually worked at a couple of radio stations. Of course, late night, and then eventually he got booted. I remember once he got booted off of late night radio because he put on a James Taylor song and then went to the bathroom. And he put this song on because it was almost the whole side of a record, right? And so he put this song on, and he's standing in the bathroom. He said he was standing in the bathroom taking a leak at the urinal, listening to the radio through the speaker in the bathroom. And James Taylor all of a sudden said, "I'm your motherfucking steamroller." And he just stopped pissing. And by the time he got back into the office, into the booth, the phone was ringing, and it was his boss. He picked it up, and his boss simply said, "Finish out the night, you're fired." And that was it. Over. Game over. And sadly after that, it was kind of difficult for him to get a job as a DJ because James Taylor rolled his motherfucking steamroller right over him. Oh, man. That was just fucked up. It was horrible. Let's see. We're going to go to a commercial break here. And at the top of the hour, we are going to hear Another song, Good Little Bad Little You from the Hi Hatters. The Hi Hatters from 1929. But before that, let's hear a little bit about an upcoming movie coming to theaters, all right? Let's talk about that. No, really. Go to the theaters now. You have to. You gotta go now. You gotta go now, man.
The Geffen Company invites you to a special sneak preview of a Frank Oz film, Little Shop of Horror.
Where did you get such a weird claim?
Starring Rick Moranis,
Marry me, Audrey.
Helen Green,
Oh, I can't tonight. I got a date.
Vincent Gardenia,
He's not a good, clean kind of boy.
He's a professional.
with a special appearance by
What kind of a professional drives a motorcycle and wears a black leather jacket?
Steve Martin,
You'll be a You have a chance for causing things. Hey!
some outrageously funny guests, and a plant so wicked
Feed me, Clawborn! Feed me now!
you'll never trust a florist again.
You talked! You open your trap! I'm just a mean green mother...
Lyrics by Howard Ashman, music by Alan Menken, produced by David Geffen, screenplay by Howard Ashman, directed by Frank Oz. Little Shop of Horrors. Rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Special sneak preview Saturday, December 6th. Check newspapers for theater.
Good little bad little you. What makes you tease like you do? I look into your angel eyes. They're little devils in disguise. And then there's one little, two little lips I crave. They lead me on, then they say, behave. Now who knows it too? It's good little, bad little you. Good little, bad little you.
Doodly-doo. That was Good Little Bad Little You from the Hi Hatters out of 1929. And I've been doing a little bit of word association there in the on the comment board, so I hope you're enjoying the weirdness that ensues in the mornings. You know what I'd like to do is I'd like to listen to a little bit of Fanny Brice. You know who Fanny Brice is, right? She was one of the most versatile and beloved entertainers of the 20th century. She rose to fame in the Ziegfeld Follies, became a recording star with a signature torch songs, and ultimately achieved her greatest national popularity through as a mischievous, sharp-tongued little character, Baby Snooks. Her radio work made her a household name for 2 decades and remains one of the most iconic comedic performances in broadcasting history. You know what I'd like to do is I'd like to listen to a little bit of Baby Snooks this morning in an episode called Barking Rabbit. She was crazy. There was Daddy, and then hers was her little her little brother. She had this little brother that she was always torturing. Daddy was played by Hanley Stafford. And let's see. Oh, I didn't put down who played the little boy. But this is one of those great little Fanny Brice episodes as Baby Snooks. And let's just go ahead and dip into that this morning because it's so much fun to listen to her. So enjoy Barking Rabbit.
Water under the bridge. Since that eventful night in 1921, Fanny Brice has remained a star. Tonight we find her idolized by millions of radio listeners in her favorite characterization of that impossibly lovable brat, Baby Snooks.
Well, we pick up Snooks and Daddy, played by Hanley Stafford, where we left them last week. This rapidly bids fair to become the longest night in Daddy's life. It started at midnight when he returned from the country without his door key. After breaking in the house and wrangling with Snooks for several hours, they are both finally sleeping peacefully. Listen.
Man's got to have insurance. 50 broken arms. Why, Daddy? I want some ice cream.
Daddy.
Huh?
Daddy, wake up.
What's the matter?
I'm not sleeping.
Well, go to sleep.
I don't want it.
Why not?
'Cause I want some ice cream.
Oh, ice cream again. Snooks, won't you give me a little piece?
A piece of ice cream?
No. I want rest.
Why?
I've told you a million times. The insurance doctor will be here soon, and I haven't closed my eyes all night.
Why?
Because you won't let me sleep. You've had me up 40 times on flimsy excuses. First, the faucet was dripping. Then the shade was flapping. And
then the blanket slipping, and I had to go...
Oh, keep quiet. Now, you go right back to sleep this instant. Let me have a couple of hours' rest. Otherwise, I'll be completely run down.
Come down and get me some ice cream.
No! Now go to sleep.
All right, Daddy. Good night.
Good night. What are you laughing at?
I don't know.
Oh. I'm going to join the army and get some peace.
Uh-huh.
Nothing. Go to sleep.
All right. Daddy.
What is it?
If I go to sleep, will you buy me a rabbit?
Yes.
What kind of a rabbit?
Any kind.
A white rabbit?
Yes.
I don't like white rabbits.
Well, I'll buy any kind of rabbit you like. Just let me sleep.
I want a rabbit that barks.
Oh, rabbits don't bark.
My teacher says they do.
Well, your teacher's crazy. Rabbits don't bark.
She said that rabbits eat cabbage and leaves and bark.
Oh, that's a different kind of bark. She meant the bark of a tree.
Does trees bark, too?
No, only dogs bark.
Why?
I don't know. Will you go to sleep?
Mom, tell me a story.
Snooks, do you realize it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning? And if I don't pass that insurance examination, I'll give you the licking of your life.
What's insurance, Daddy?
How many times must I tell you? It's something I pay for so you can live comfortably when I'm gone.
Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere.
Why?
Because I'm not. I just want to be fit in the morning so I can get this double indemnity policy.
What a double indemnity?
Well, I certainly stuck my neck out there. Double indemnity means if I die a natural death, I get $10,000. If I commit suicide, I get 20. Right now, that seems like a pleasant way of making $20,000.
Do it, Daddy.
I will not. Now go to sleep.
Tell me your story.
No!
If you don't, I'll make a hole in my mattress and I'll eat all the stuffing.
Snooks, please.
Tell me your story.
All right. Have you heard the story of the three old men?
No.
He. Good night.
Good night. I'm going to put the light on.
I'll turn that light off.
I don't want to.
Well, I'll just unscrew the bulb. There. Now you won't be able to put the light on at all. Good night.
Good night, Daddy. Daddy.
Oh, what is it?
I heard a noise.
Oh, it's your imagination. Now go to sleep.
I think there's a burglar in the kitchen, Daddy.
Now, what would a burglar be doing in the kitchen?
Maybe he's going to eat the pie that Mommy made.
Well, it'll serve him right. Good night.
I heard the noise again, Daddy.
Oh, listen, Snooks. If you heard a noise, it can't be a burglar. Because if a burglar came in here, he wouldn't make any noise at all. Now, please, go to sleep.
All right. He's here now, Daddy.
Why do you say that?
'Cause I didn't hear no noise.
Will you stop all this burglar stuff? You're giving me the creeps. Besides, I'm with you, so there's nothing to be afraid of.
I ain't afraid. I like it.
Well, don't mention it anymore. Now, good night.
Good night, Daddy.
Oh. Snooks.
Huh?
Nothing. Good night. Awful dark in here. Good thing I'm not scared of burglars. Oh! Snooks, is that you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. I just wanted to make sure you were safe. And if anything does happen, just keep cool.
You're cool, ain't you, Daddy?
You bet I am.
You're so cool, I can hear you shivering.
Well, never mind that. Go to sleep. Oh. Snooks, cut that out. Stop walking around. Snooks, get back in bed. You hear me? Get back in bed.
I am in bed, Daddy.
Then... Oh! Quick, turn on the light.
I can't. There's no bulb.
It's on the night table. Who's in this room? Come out, you. Oh, he got me. You horrible child. Your poor father's shot and you're laughing.
You ain't shot, Daddy. I threw the bulb on the floor.
Snooks, what am I going to do with you? You're making a nervous wreck out of me. I know I'll never get that insurance.
What's insurance, Daddy?
That's the last straw. Now I'm going to spank you. Now say your prayers and go right to sleep. And not another sound out of you. Go on, say your prayers.
Bless Mommy and the baby and Uncle Louie and Mrs. Flitch and my teacher and the cat and the burglars and Aunt Sophie. Amen.
Have you finished?
Yeah. I suppose you noticed you wasn't in it.
Good night.
Good night.
And from 1939, that was Barking Rabbit and the Baby Snooks show. I love that show. That is going to become a regular feature on the morning show Wednesdays. It'll become an irregular feature because I'd also like to bring you small episodes of Little Orphan Annie and other shows like The Bickersons with Don Amici and Francis Lakeford, one of my favorites. So let's continue this morning with Old Time Radio Wednesday, and let's just talk. Let's just rap. This is going to be the freeform radio time where we just kind of hang out and we talk about stuff that you guys want to talk about, right? Let's see. I have a couple of commercial breaks left this morning, and it is going to be great. It's going to be great. Well, let's see here. 6, 7. There it is. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at my commercial breaks to see what is what and who's who. And it looks like we have a KMET commercial coming up in a little bit. That's going to be awesome sauce right there. Awesome. In fact, let's go ahead and go to a commercial break now. Because why? Because we can play a song. And since we're having lots of fun this morning, let's do Having Lots of Fun with Abe Lyman Orchestra out of 1926. This is a really good one. I know you're going to enjoy this one. I'll be back in a few.
The first time I tried smokeless tobacco was like the first time I ever tried to play a fiddle. I was all thumbs.
Country recording artist Charlie Daniels talks about how much he enjoys Skoal moist tobacco.
Now, I grew up in North Carolina where bright leaf tobacco is king, and a lot of my friends used Skoal, so one day I bummed some. Well, sir, that first dip was a little bit clumsy to do, but by about the 5th dip or so, I was getting to be a downright pro at it. And me and Skoal's been together ever since. I just take a pinch and put it right here between my cheek and gum, and I get that real tobacco pleasure without lighting up. And I get that great wintergreen flavor, too. Now, a lot of fellers dip only when they're outside, but I enjoy my Skoal wherever I go, indoors, outdoors, on the CDB bus, or after dinner in a restaurant. Yeah, going smokeless is the only way to go. And for my money, Skoal is the only one to go smokeless with. Heck, if I ever stopped making Skoal, I'd be so mad I could spit.
Share the Skoal experience. Go smokeless with Skoal. A pinch is all it takes.
I really enjoy horses, and when I go riding, my Skoal always goes with me.
Country recording artist Charlie Daniels talks about how much he enjoys Skoal moist tobacco.
I got a bunch of horses out at my place, and when I'm home, I love to go riding. You're outdoors, and you're alone, and the air feels good, and it's just a great time to have a dip of Skoal. Just a pinch gives me real tobacco pleasure without lighting up. I ride along, and I really unwind.
Share the Skoal experience. Go smokeless with Skoal. A pinch is all it takes.
I'm no duck. I know people just live but once, and here's a man that's having lots of fun. Things that I don't know about can't be worthwhile finding out, 'cause I believe I'm having lots of fun. Never had a lady friend attempt to turn me down. Always spend my money in the hottest place in town. So on my tombstone have a flag, here lies a man that's satisfied, 'cause I believe in having lots of fun.
Having Lots of Fun. From 1926, Abe Lyman and his orchestra stood out as one of the most successful and polished West Coast dance bands of the jazz age, known for their crisp arrangements, strong rhythm section, and a sound that blended sweet dance band elegance with flashes of hot jazz. Lyman's group became a major force in both the recording industry and the Hollywood nightlife scene. Their records were widely distributed, and their broadcasts from the Coconut Grove helped define the glamorous musical identity of the 1920s Los Angeles. Abe Lyman and his orchestra having lots of fun this morning. And are we having lots of fun? I dare say that I am having lots of fun this morning. I really had fun with the Snooks, Baby Snooks. That was really good. That was good stuff there. I like that. Baby Snooks is just one of my favorites. I am going to put on a little bitty commercial here that it's going to lead us into the grateful dedication of this morning. And the grateful dedication this morning comes to us via William this morning, and it is dedicated to Bob Weir. So after this commercial break, we are going to then go into the grateful dedication. I'll be back in a flash.
They opened with the acoustic part. It went on for an hour, music soothing to weary hearts and hard-driven minds because it understands that state of mind only too well.
Totally.
Then the New Riders came on with a rolling set of country rock that sounded like Carl Perkins working honky-tonks around Jackson, Tennessee. And then it was time for the Grateful Dead, and everyone was on their feet and moving. It was past 1:30, and Jerry Garcia was still going strong. Very fine indeed. That was Rolling Stone magazine talking about the Grateful Dead show. And that's the way it will be when the Grateful Dead and the New Riders of the Purple Sage appear in concert at the Pasadena Civic Friday night, September 25th. Tickets are now on sale at the Pasadena Civic box office, all mutual agencies, Wallex Music City stores, all Liberty agencies, and Sound Spectrum.
And you know that notion just crossed my mind.
Friday, September 25th at the Pasadena Civic, the Grateful Dead. Very fine indeed.
Very fine indeed. And speaking of the Grateful Dead, let's get into our grateful dedication. And this comes to us from September 9th of 1982 from New Orleans, from the Isenge Theater, the Singer Theater. That's the Sanger Theater. That's what my writing there says. The Sanger Theater from 1982, Althea, dedicated from William to Bob. Good old Bob Weir. I'll see you in a bit.
I told Alfie with you, but you, friends are getting most concerned. With the truth, baby, it's your fire. Baby, I hope you don't get burned. When the smoke has cleared, she said, that's what she said to me. Gonna wanna bed, lay your head in a little sympathy. There are things you can't replace, and others you cannot. Time's come to weigh those things. This space is getting hot. You know this space is getting hot. Told athlete I'm a rolling sand. I was born to be a bachelor. Althea told me, okay, that's fine. You know, now I'm trying to catch you. Can't talk to you without talking to me. We're guilty of the same old thing. Honestly, about less and less, and forgetting the love we bring.
Wow. Althea, 1982. That was fucking awesome. Luscious Moore. That is a great boy. He was just, and he was all over the place. Man, you can't keep up with that guy when you're trying to air bass. He is just, man. Whew. Thank you for that one, William. That was awesome. I apologize for not finding 83, but then again, not, because that was bitchin'. I'm glad we found that one. That one's going to go in the dead files. It's going to go into dead files. And we'll have to recycle that someday when we just do an all dead day. We have to bring that one back out. Wow. Wow, indeed. So it is January 28th. We are ticking down. We are ticking away. A couple of days left this month. And then we are officially into 2026. I mean, deep into 2026. It kind of hurts to think that I'm not in the past anymore. But because of my channel, that all goes away for 2 hours a day. I get to come and time travel. Take that machine and switch them dials and just go, yeah, baby, let's go back. It's awesome. Throwback Thursday is coming tomorrow. And what are we talking about? What exactly are we talking about on Throwback Thursday? Oh, we're talking about the Ford Pinto. Anybody? I was watching Stranger Things with my wife and daughter. And one of the main characters, actually, Winona Ryder's character, she actually drives a Ford Pinto, a little puke green Ford Pinto. And she's got it in every episode. She's got that puke green Ford Pinto. And I thought, okay, let's do Ford Pinto, because there was a whole fiasco around the Ford Pinto. If you got rear-ended while you were pushing on your brake lights or a turn signal was happening, an explosion would happen, because there would be this intermittent electric signal that wound up at the fuel tank, and it would just cause just humongous explosions, especially if the tank was full. So anybody who drove a Pinto back in those days, they know exactly what I'm talking about. One of the first, most giant major recalls in the United States. Anyway, we're going to dive into that tomorrow on Throwback Thursday with a few other little tidbit topics. And then if we have time, we'll actually pick up some of the news stories that we had on Tuesday that we didn't get to. I have decided that I am going to sparsely populate my morning shows with material so that I've got times like this, pardon me, that we can just sit and hang out. Because I missed that portion of the morning shows the most. And it's kind of what it is for me to get together and to hang out and to shoot the shit and talk past, talk crazy stuff, crazy old guy stuff. There's a gulp of water for you. We got one more commercial break coming up this morning in about, 7 or 8 minutes or so. And we'll do that one. And then we're just going to spend the rest of the show hanging out. We're just going to hang out, man. This morning's pre-show, I'm not sure if anyone found the morning pre-show coming to you at 4:30 this morning. But it's what I do to prepare. Sometimes I start my show and everything goes wonky technically. So I like to have that little 30-minute buffer that I can give my computer time to go wonky. And then I can fix it before 5 a.m. before I do my show. Every once in a while, my pre-show goes fine. And as soon as I go live, everything goes to hell in a handcart. And then I'm like, what the hell?
I gave you 30 minutes to do this, and now everything's gonna die? Ah, you bastard. So, some mornings I just have to say, hey, I can't quite get there on time. Most mornings I'm doing fine. This morning's pre-show was X-1, a radio program from 1955, I believe, and it was great, man. It was called The Parade, and an actual Martian hires a promotional guy to set up a parade for the Martian Day. And what nobody realizes is that it's actually Martians coming to take over the world. And we just give them the key to the fucking city. That's what we do. Because we're stupid humans. It's just dumbasses. No, really, man. Last night, my wife and I watched a little bit into the present now. My wife and I watched a Michael Shannon movie from this last year called The Iceman with Winona Ryder in it, surprisingly enough. And Chris Evans and a few other, Ray Liotta and a few other Goombas in it. But it's a great movie about the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. This guy, this Iceman, this Polish born son of an immigrant who, through his own harsh life as a child, learns to just be a cold stone killer. And he is. And it's a true story about the Iceman. And since I have a horrible memory, I can't remember this guy's name. He had a Polish name, Kukinski or Kukinski. I think that was it, Kukinski. And he was a really nice guy until he had to kill you, and then he was just a stone cold killer, the Iceman. I recommend that, watching that on Netflix. Michael Shannon, most notably from that movie about the Runaways with Dakota Fanning in it. It's a great movie, both movies, Runaways and The Iceman. I don't really get into new movies, but because I recently saw Michael Shannon in Death by Lightning, another Netflix production about the assassination of President, because he was one of those presidents that he was there and then he was gone. And President was just totally shot and killed by this guy. Of course, back then you didn't die easily, you didn't die quickly. The bullets went in, caused infection, did all kinds of weird shit, and made you miserable for days, weeks, even months sometimes before it finally killed you. So check that movie out as well. It's a 4-part series, 4 parts. Perhaps 6 parts. No, 4 parts. Pardon me. Death by Lightning. Michael Shannon on Netflix. Another great one. Yeah, I'm having fun doing this radio thing. I get to just kind of hang out and be me without having to do too much craziness, right? In fact, I love it so much that I can just pop me up here anytime I want. And it's just us. It's just me and you, but mostly me. And that's that. I could turn off my dedication sign because we're done with that, baby. We are done. I can't wait until next week's show because not only do I get to pick out some great music and commercials, and we're going to talk more about KMET, but we're going to talk about the DJs, Dr. Demento and Jeff Gonzer and Paraquat Kelly and Jim Ladd, and the Burner, Mary Turner. Just some great characters. And like I said, I grew up with these people, and then all of a sudden they were gone. And because they would often go to a different station and change their names, you'd go to a station, hey, that sounds like so-and-so, and it is, but they're just using another name, right? That's crazy, man. That's crazy, outlandish, wild, weird, wacky, zany, bizarre stuff, man. That's just totally bizarre stuff. All right, let's do our last song. Do we have to? I guess we do. Ain't you kind of sorry now that you weren't paying attention earlier? But let's go ahead and do our last commercial and commercial break and song. We are going to do a little bit of KMET on this commercial break, and then we are going to go into George Olsen from 1932, Ain't You Kinda Sorry Now. So stick with me. I will be back after the break. Don't go away, all right? Because if you do, I'll have to come look for you.
A little bit of heaven, 94.7, KMET, Tweedledee, Tweedledee, oh, the Pointer Sisters listen to KMET. The Pointer Sisters listen to KMET. The Pointer Sisters listen to KMET. The Pointer Sisters listen to KMET, yeah!
Back again. This is BMR on KMET, and I'm going to take care of some business right now. Very important business because that's the name of this little old game. They're, without a doubt, the most renowned shop of their kind, and that is the Hip Bagel at 10955 Kinross Avenue in Westwood. Why is the Hip Bagel so renowned? Well, listen. Why was Cantor's before them renowned? Not because Mort Saul once did a routine the night that Cantor's closed and all kind of number like that. Well, the Hip Bagel has gotten into... The bagel used to be a throwaway item, you know. Well, let's have bagels and cream cheese, man. Bagels and lox, blah, blah, blah. But they took it a step further. And they said, no, a bagel is really a thing to be placed on a pedestal and admired and cherished. And therefore they come up with bacon, bagel burgers, bagel cheeseburgers, bagel ham and cheese. It's very, very unethnic, but so together and now. The Hip Bagel at 10955 Kinross Avenue, if you want to see a bagel that has been crowned king.
Sorry now, sorry that you broke your vow. Whatever made us break up and have that lover's row? Ain't you kinda sorry now? Ain't you kinda lonely too? Lonely for the love we knew. How often do you wake up and miss me anyhow? Ain't you kinda sorry now? Tell me, isn't love's ember burning within you yet? Tell me, can't you remember? Haven't you one regret? Now don't you hate to feel somehow someone else could have me now. Or don't you want to make up and mend that broken vow? Ain't you kind of sorry now?
From 1932, that's George Olsen and his music giving us Ain't You Kinda Sorry Now. George Olsen and his music stood out as one of the most polished and reliable sweet dance bands of the 1920s and early 1930s. Known for their clean ensemble sound, precise arrangements, and radio-friendly polish, the orchestra became a national favorite during the early network radio era. I wish I had my own band here, right? Olsen's group specialized in smooth foxtrots, light novelty tunes, and elegant ballads, the kind of music that filled hotel ballrooms, supper clubs, and living rooms across America. George Olsen and his music, you're kind of sorry now. I'm kind of sorry now that we're reaching the end of the show. We got 15 minutes left. We got no commercial breaks. We got no interruptions. It's just us, baby. It's just you and me. It's just us. It's just us hanging out. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't know. Hang out. Talk to you all about stuff. Be sure to show up early next week and get in your radio dedications, right? Because when you get in your radio dedications early, I can do my research. And as the show progresses in the weeks to come, we'll learn a lot more about the Grateful Dead and its members throughout the decades. I've got a great book here. It's a Grateful Dead scrapbook that I picked up. And I'll bring that, and every once in a while we'll open that to a dog-eared page. I don't dog-ear the pages. I put little Post-its there. So we'll dog-ear some pages and check them out, and then read from the Grateful Dead scrapbook on occasion. I love these Grateful Dead songs that we can play. It kind of gives us a little bit of balance between the past and the way past and the present, and hopefully will guide us into a more compassionate, loving, and understanding future. Because right now that's dance music, baby. Ain't you kind of sorry now? I'm telling you, that's some. Oh yeah. What I might do is on a day when I have chance, I will program in a song that I will actually bring to you as a music video. And that may wait until I put a TV sitting outside my studio. I like these two frames that I've got going on my little overlay here, and the morning show, it's a work in progress. What I would like to have is a monitor, a little tube TV screen out here on the wall outside the studio that I can bring you videos, and I would like to have a speaker outside on one corner of this overlay here, so that you get the feeling that the sound is coming to you because you're standing right outside the booth and you're listening to it on the speaker. I think that's going to make more sense. So we're going to do some additions. I will upload this this graphic that I have here and manipulate it so that we can get some more out of it, man. It'll be awesome. It'll look awesome. It's coming together. How do you like my
my signs here. I put together these neon signs here, and I had to create two signs. I had to create a lit sign, and then I had to create an off sign, so that I could lay them together and just turn one off. I turn it on, and then I turn it off, and it's like that. And I can do my grateful dedications. I can turn them on, and I can turn them off, and I can turn them on, and I can turn. And it's just so much fun that I can bring life to just an overlay, just a regular overlay. I'm really bummed about my dead lava lamp back here. That is kind of a bummer. It was a horrible experience, right? All of a sudden one day it had been on forever, and the wax that goes up and down, the little bubbles, it's separated from a clear paraffin to a hard, solid paraffin. The two waxes that it's made of separated. And now I've got this sticky globs of wax stuck to the screen, and this clear paraffin wax that just kind of floats as these little translucent bubbles, right? And it's a bummer, because I love a good lava lamp, and now I don't have a good lava lamp. And there's a moment of silence for my lava lamp. My poor lava lamp. I even put my neon signs on chains hanging there in the window. In fact, if I reach over like this, I can grab this and turn it on, right? But I guess I have to do this. I have to reach over and grab this thing there. And I gotta grab the bottom of it. Where is it? I gotta grab it. There you go. Pull that little cord, and I gotta pull that little cord again. There you go. Turn it off. Where is it? I'm watching myself on the monitor do it. My little Let's Pretend world is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. If I had a choice between living in the real world out there in the present and spending all of my days just time traveling into the past, I would. I would surround myself with everything from the past. In fact, what I've actually thought about doing is create, of course this is just me dreaming again, but taking, what do you call it, those big giant long storage containers, because they come in various sizes. I think they go out as big as 60 feet long, and then they go as small as like 10 or 20 feet long, right? Just these little storage containers, that the shipping containers that go around the world, right, on ships. So they come in sizes big and small, right? And I thought, why not take a book from the Alien movie playbook, or take a page from that playbook and create like a spaceship, a time machine, if you will. And like the movie Alien, the original movie, what they did is they took a huge sound stage and they built the interior of the ship, long corridors that go into rooms and everything, and they go into the command room, and they go into Mother's room, and they go into all these different places on the ship. And what they did was they built all of those sets together as if you could walk from set to set through the spaceship. And that's what made the movie so real, because they would travel through the ship as if it was really. And I thought, what it would be neat to create a time machine that is like a spaceship, where you can get in it and journey from place to place and take all of these different time elements with you, right? So your whole world then becomes time travel, period. Everything you do within this world, and you go from place to place, time to time. Imagine ordering Uber Eats and the guy comes to your place and sees this weird jumble of buildings, storage containers, buildings. And what I'd probably do is build it and then bury it. So that once you go in, the outside world is blocked out. And you go down these corridors and into these little rooms and libraries and chambers just filled with stuff from the past, right? Oh, yeah. That would be... And then put an arcade over it. And then have that my secret bunker below. Wouldn't that be spooky? Wouldn't that be totally spooky, man? Yeah, baby. Let's see. I think this morning is Wednesday, and my what's today? It's Mondays and Wednesdays are the nighttime trips down to university. So that means my wife is probably going out this morning to go to one of her things, because right now we're sharing a car, my van, which I wouldn't want to commute in anyway. It's non-functional, and that kind of sucks, because I love my van. Will Uber Eats deliver booze? I believe you can have anything delivered from Uber Eats. If you go on Walmart online, you can find out about that. I know that just about every place delivers now. Seriously. If you can't get it from Uber Eats, you can probably get it directly from them, and they will deliver it. Or you can call a secondary, third market type place that will deliver stuff for you. There's probably delivery services in your area. You're not on Facebook, which is the easiest place to find that kind of stuff. But I would say, local deliveries and Google it and see what you come up with. And then say local alcohol deliveries. How do I get beer sent to my house? Because nowadays, it just seems so easy to get anything. Right? It does. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Totally crazy, man. But I believe so. I believe Uber will deliver, especially in stuff like a snowstorm. You don't want to go out. It's shitty weather. It's their job to go out and do that kind of stuff. It is. It's just the way it is. So I would say, yeah. I mean, and then if you do find somebody that's local that is like, yeah, I'm the guy that does this area, man. There's like nobody else. Then you got something, because you got a guy that you can always rely on to show up, and you just slip him a few extra bucks, and you got a regular person to come deliver your stuff. I used to do that with pot. Before I used to love to go to the shops and pick it out, but it's so difficult from far away. So I would have it delivered. And I would have, rapport with a few different drivers from companies. And it was great, and you learn that, yeah, you want your stuff delivered first, you tip good. If the driver is in any way responsible for filling your order before they leave the pot shop, again, you want to tip the driver good. Yeah, baby. I used to be on those membership programs where I'd get so many deliveries or buy so many bags, and then I'd get a free bag. So here's to pot shops, deliveries, and free bags. Wow. Well, I had a fun day this morning on Old Time Radio Wednesday, bringing you the finest in home radio entertainment. Totally, dude. Totally. It's been fun. It's been real. It ain't been real fun. All right, so it's been real fun. It's been really real. How'd you like that Baby Snooks? I love me some Baby Snooks. I think next time we're going to do some more total freebies. Or some BOGOs. We're going to do some Bickersons. We'll do whatever I can find that's short episodes. I'm going to bring you some old-time radio on this show because that's what it's all about. It's all about time travel, you know. And we're going to go from here to the 70s and 80s, and then we're going to go from the 70s and 80s back to the 20s and 30s and into the 40s and 50s and check out the 60s. And we're just going to kind of bounce around last century via the radio dial. So, totally, man. Just freaking awesome stuff. It's cool stuff, man. All right, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to get out of here. I got to get my act together, put some stuff together for next week's show. I've got checklists now, and all I have to do is just fill it out, create it, and I'm in. That's it. So I'm going to do some of that this morning and probably play a little bit of video games too to reward myself for being such a good boy. All right, people. W, you were the only guy here today. You were the only guy here today, man. Everybody else was gone. They slipped in. It's probably the storm. You better give Susie and James a nudge. Yeah, 50s, 40s, 60s, 70s, 20s, 30s. We're all over the dial on this radio station, so it'll be fun. All right, people. Stay weird, dude. Love you, people. Once again, be kind to each other. Spread peace and love, not bullshit. Do something nice for yourself today, but do something nice for somebody else. Why? Because it makes you feel good. Makes the other person feel good. Makes you a better person. Makes the world a better place. Makes us all happy. Makes us all happy. Let's be happy. Happiness is making sure the other person is happy too. All right? Let's not be selfish. All right, people, love you so much. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out for this hours this morning. Tune in again tomorrow because tomorrow's Throwback Thursday and we're going to take a look at the Ford Pinto. Bailers bail. That's what you need when you're in a sinking boat. Some bailers. Totally. Or when you're grabbing hay, chucking it up into the... All right, that's enough. Stay out of the loft. I'm feeling a bit lofty. All right, I will see you tomorrow. And until next week, I'll see you on the radio, people. Love you. Take care. Peace and love and no transgressions. Oh, my gosh. This is weird. This is weird. All right, people. Love you. Stay weird. Because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody going to be weird for you. All right, people. Love you. And, of course, as always... Adios. Bye now. Totally adios.